When Crash Bandicoot 3 came out in 1998, I was but a mere baby, struggling to walk, much less get through a level of this trap-infested platformer. 22 years later though, I'm pretty confident I've mastered walking, but I'm still getting this babbling Bandicoot's butt kicked by all manner of temporal terrors. In Crash Bandicoot 4, it's about time. Your first Crash Bandicoot game, here's all you need to know. Bandicoots are good, weirdly proportioned doctors are bad. Which is why two of our nefarious villains, Dr. Neo Cortex and Entropy, are trapped in a time prison where they can't hurt anyone and... Oh good, they've ripped open the time-space continuum. So it's up to Crash, Coco, and some dimension-hopping friends to set things right and put these time-traveling terrors in their place, which will be no easy feat. The game gives you two ways to play. Modern mode, which lets you die as many times as you like without punishment, and retro, which only gives you a certain number of lives to use before booting you right back to the beginning of the level. I chose modern because I like to hurl myself at a problem again, and again, and again, until I get it right. Then go back for a clean run without that death counter mocking me. Yeah, I know, okay, you don't need to remind me, I was there. As you explore the different islands that make up the campaign, you'll be treated to some seriously gorgeous environments. From frostbitten mountains, to the sun-bathed ponds of a Japanese garden world, to sand and rust-covered desert bungalows. There's such a beautiful variety to the levels that you'll almost forget you're one step away from doom at any given moment, because those classic Crash Bandicoot staples are all here. Legging it down linear paths to avoid rampaging foes, checkpoints spaced out just far enough that you'll definitely hit an obstacle right before you reach it. And of course, those dang nitro crates that haunt my dreams. One big difference this time around though is the quantum masks, which grant the user time and space altering abilities. I love these, and not just because I'm a sucker for space magic. Switching between planes of existence to get around, hovering over great gaps with the power of dark matter, slowing down time to tackle fast-moving platforms, it is awesome. I enjoyed every second I got to use these powers because they fit this wacky world so perfectly but never overstay their welcome. And I gotta say, as much as I may have raged and cursed my stumpy button-mashing fingers, the level design here is fantastic. There's such a great sense of flow between each obstacle that when you've had enough practice, it becomes like a dance. I definitely favoured some over others. The Party Town rooftops were my favourite, with lots of bouncy platforms and well-placed crates to carry me through. But the majority have a wonderful sense of pacing and enough challenge to be unforgiving but never unfair. The only place I felt the bar drop a little bit was in the boss fights. They felt a little half-baked and mostly boiled down to jumping over projectiles and waiting for your enemy to show its weakness. That being said, they do still have that need to be methodical while also being able to react in the heat of the moment to stay alive, so I did still get some enjoyment out of them. This is more of a narrative thing, but I love how these crisscrossing storylines interact between the playable characters. Torna, who is my new favourite by the way, sorry Coco, is on her own quest. And while playing through her sections, which are sadly quite few and far between, you see how her actions affected earlier levels played as Crash or Coco. Same with Dingodile, who, armed with the most powerful vacuum known to man, gets sucked into a rift and spat across various levels to carry out his own brand of chaos. It's a lot of that wibbly-wobbly, time-bending fun I was really hoping to get out of a multiverse manipulating game. There's also a ton of replayability here for any completionists out there. In each level, you can earn gems by meeting set goals, like smashing all the crates and finding the hidden gem somewhere in the environment. Collect them all and you unlock a skin. Also, bragging rights at the dinner table. There's flashback tapes scattered around that unlock levels set back when Cortex was first doing experiments on Crash. And there's also inverted mode, which when I first heard that title, I panicked a bit, thinking the devs had finally tried to push me over the edge by messing with the controls or something. But thankfully, it's just flipping the layout of the levels, which doesn't really make it any more or less difficult, but these sections do provide a chance to earn more gems. If I had to sum up my time with Crash Bandicoot 4, I'd say it was humbling. Whether you're new to the series or a completionist veteran, this game throws so much at you that you're never left wanting. It's high energy, chaotic fun, and keeps up that momentum all throughout its playtime. And even though trying to get all those gems has probably taken years off my life, I can't say I didn't have a great time with it. So I'm giving Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time 4.5 out of 5 rubber cocos. I mean chickens, rubber chickens.